Okay, we're going to run through just a couple of things with VCarve today. And the first one we showed you the other day in class, but it's how to vectorize an image. Now, within VCarve, we have that option to do that directly. And I will say that if we're doing something with colors, that VCarve tends to work better than the vectorize command in Rhino. So we're going to go up here. I've already opened a file up here under File Operations, Import Bitmap. And I've saved a couple already. It's on my desktop. And we're going to start with just a black and white image. So it brings that in. I already started with a black and white image. Now, what we have to do is we have to turn this into vectors. We have to vectorize it. So we're going to go over here underneath Create Vectors. It's the far left, the bottom one. Hover over it, and it says Trace Bitmap. So we're going to click Trace Bitmap. I'm going to click black and white up here at the top. We have some things that we can adjust here based on what we want to do. And at this point, we don't see that making a whole lot of difference. But once we go down here and hit preview, you can see it gives us some lines. So we can play with this a little bit. And this is a pretty crisp image, so we're not going to see a ton of difference. But the corner fit would be how close or how tight it fits to the color change. The noise filter has to do with the number of pixels that it picks up. So if there's some things that are kind of grayscale that aren't necessarily part of your image, that can create some issues. And then bitmap fading is just how light or how dark you want your original bitmap to show up, your original picture, so that you can see your curves right here. Once we're happy with it, we can click Apply and Close. We can get rid of our original image, and here are some vectors that we could then work with. I'm going to delete those, and I'm going to do Import Bitmap again, only this time I'm going to pick a color picture. So we'll bring that in, go over here under Create Vectors to Trace Bitmap, far left, small, lowest one under that menu subheading. Click on it. Now here, if it's black and white, we can see it changes that to grayscale. If we go color, it gives us a number of colors here, and we can pick which ones we want to have it pick up on. So preview, you can see I picked that one, and you can see it creates some noise in here, but we could pick all these kind of reddish color ones and see how that changes. And you can see as I pick more, it changes or it cleans up the bitmap that I'm doing. Preview, so that one, I think it was that one. Nope, it was the other one. You can see unchecking that one got rid of some of that noise, some of those pixels that we had there. Here's one where we could change number of pixels and it might clean up. If we zoom in, we can see our edge is kind of jagged. So we might change that a little bit, and then it should, whoops, wrong one. And then it may change some of those settings. So what I would encourage you to do is play around with some of those, find something that you like, color or black and white. When you're done, preview, apply, and then close it. We can then get rid of our original picture, and we're left with just a series of vectors that we then could work with. Okay, so again, import bitmap. Once you have that in there, over here to trace bitmap, and now we have some curves that we can work with. What I will say is that working with curves, we have some tools down here you can play with to edit those. It is kind of a pain in VCarve compared to Rhino. So what you can do is highlight everything, file, export as a DXF, save that, and then we could import that into Rhino if we need to clean it up and bring it back into VCarve. So there's that for our vectorizing bitmaps.